This is my first time ever watching a cyclo-cross race in Belgium. We got the Eurotunnel from the UK over to France and then drove up to Belgium. We woke up nice and early to drive over to Zonhoven. Before any of the elite races, the pit looked fairly empty. The first race we watched was the junior women. We were stood in the huge sandpit where the riders zoom in down the bank and then attempt to ride back up. Then later on they come back in down another sandy bank, but this one won against more of the riders as they went head over handlebars. The crowd oohed, and they would clap when they got back up. Then there was a hailstorm, and if we were cold, the riders in short sleeve jerseys must have been freezing. The podium for the junior women. In third place was Barbara Bukovska. In second place was Lison Desprez, and in first place was Raphael Carrière. The first Brit came in 24th overall, Arabella Blackburn. The first American was in 6th, Lydia Kuzak. Next race was under 23 men. They went quite a bit faster down the pit. The leader of the men under 23 was Thibaut Del Grosso. He dominated most of the race, having a big gap. The sun even came out for a little bit. In second place was Jean Michels. Third place was Kay de Bruyker. The first Brit came in 46th was Luke Gibson. Now it's time for the elite sighting laps, and Mathieu van der Poel made the crowd roar. Now it's time for the elite women. They are ready and lined up. Marie Schreiber leads into the first bank, but Zoe Backstead catches her up, and Brand's following along as well. There were a total of 80 riders in this women's elite race. Zoe Backstead has got a gap now leading into the second pit, where are Mary Schreiber and Brand. Here comes the chasing group. Puck is sadly quite far back, needs to work hard to get a higher position.
Oh, that's the Canadian.
The band was very entertaining and just added to the atmosphere. It was really good. Two players got a little tangled with their bikes. Here comes Zoe Backstead down the far pit. She has now got an even bigger gap. The question is, can she maintain it? Brand is now coming down the pit, trying to chase up to second. Next is Celine Alvarado, doing well. Girl in the Lidl's kit, Canadian, she's doing really well. She goes down this close pit really fast, probably faster than the men. Here comes Zoe for the third lap, still got a really good gap, and into the crowd she goes. And the chasing group coming down the pit now, working hard to try and catch up. On Zoe's fourth lap she almost took a tumble at the bottom of the pit. That was a close one. The chasing group not making any mistakes. Can they catch? Here comes Puck.
Hello.
In the pit we had a view of the live TV so we could check in where they were.
They're not, are they?
A few crashes going down the close pit. Someone even had their foot stuck in their wheel somehow. There's Zoe on the far pit going down for the 5th time with a gap still. This is a really good race from her. I think the chasing group is catching up though, and the rain has started again. Here comes Zoe down the close pit. A nasty crash from someone going over their handlebars as the Lidl's fast girl speeds on by. Zoe's now going down the far pit, but sadly the chasing group is catching up. with Brand very close by, followed by Celine Alvarado. As you can see on this camera here, Zoe has been caught by Brand and Celine. The little girl has crashed. She whacked her head, and that's it for her. Celine Alvarado is now leading the race, but Backstead has caught back up with Brand and is in second place. They're both charging down this pit to try and catch up. Backstead seemed to be running away from Brand. Can she hold it? After the women's elite race, the podium is in third place, Lucinda Brand. Second place, UK, Zoe Backstead. And in first place, Celine Alvarado. After that, we headed into the beer tent to warm ourselves up before the men's race. After that schlagerboom, it's the men's elite race. They're lined up and ready to go. Mathieu van der Poel already making a lead on their first pit. There was a war siren going off louder and louder each time. I think it was a guy dressed up as a donkey. In this men elite race, there's 63. Mathieu van der Poel making it look easy up that bank. Can anyone else follow him? Yes, they can. But only a few of them. Elise Isabit seems to jump off his bike. Mathieu van der Poel already got a gap on the first lap, going into the second pit. The crowd roars. They love him. The chasing group a fair bit back now, but they are looking speedy. In the background, Mathieu van der Poel is now going over the turn by the beer bottle. Already a crash over the handlebars, oh no. Mathieu van der Poel in the close pit now, making a good strong lead. The brass band is playing and the war siren is going off. This atmosphere is crazy. Then again made it up the pit, making it look easy. The chasing group speeding down the bank, trying to catch up. Mathieu van der Poel now on the far pit, going down fast. As he goes round the corner by the beer bottle, the chasing group comes down the bank. The gap is building fast. Someone crashed going down the pit and hid behind the ball. This is the third lap now and Mathieu van der Poel is still leading. Chasing groups coming down the pit now. On the last few laps of the men's elite, we went over to a muddy section where the camera beam was for the live TV. The riders came up the muddy section and a few would come so close to the barriers we'd have to jump out the way, which adds the excitement of the race and the atmosphere. On the 6th lap, we headed over to the finish, and Mathieu van der Poel is still in first place. He is dominating this race, which some people might find a surprise as it's his first cross race this season. Thibaut is in second place trying to catch up. He's doing well. Here comes Mathieu van der Poel on the 6th lap. He's doing really well, and the crowd love him. We got interviewed out of all people at a Belgian race.
Did you expect them to be that good already?
Yes.
And do you have a favorite rider?
Mathieu van der Poel, of course. Favourite rider? Well, Van Aert. We wish he was here today, but...
Oh, you like two knots?
And two knots.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Mathieu van der Poel won the race, with Thibaut coming in second and third place Joran Weisser. The first Brit was in 17th. It was Cameron Mason. Mathieu van der Poel won by 1 minute 30. Wow. We headed back to the UK on the Eurotunnel. The atmosphere at the race is really different than when you watch it on TV. There was music coming from the beer tent in the background, cheers from the crowds and many bells ringing. A few chainsaws revving, a war siren being spun by someone dressed as a donkey, another siren in the distance, and to top it all off, a brass band playing songs the crowd was singing to. So I would recommend going to watch a cyclo-cross race, because there isn't anything like it, and you'll have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.